This happened 2 years ago when I was 26 and living alone in a rented house in Wisconsin. It was December, and forecasts warned about a severe blizzard lasting several days. I stocked up on groceries, firewood, checked the generator. The blizzard hit Monday night. By Tuesday morning, streets were buried under feet of snow. No cars. No neighbors. Just me and the muffled silence. On the first night, around 3 in the morning, I woke to a loud sound outside. A snowplow, that heavy diesel engine and metal blade scraping asphalt. The vehicle approached, getting closer until it stopped right in front of my house. The engine kept running. 1 minute. 2, 3. Then it drove away. Strange they were clearing streets at 3 a.m. during an active blizzard, but emergency crews work weird hours, right? Second night, same thing. 3 a.m. Snowplow approaching. Stopping in front of my house. Engine running 3 or 4 minutes. Then leaving. I got up and walked to the window but only caught the back of it disappearing, red lights vanishing into the blizzard. This started bothering me. Why exactly 3 a.m.? Why always my house? The street had 20 houses. But that vehicle chose my address specifically to pause for several minutes. Third night I was ready. Stayed awake. At 2:50 I positioned myself at the living room window, lights off. My heart raced. Something was deeply wrong with this pattern. Exactly at 3 I heard the engine approaching. Slower this time. More deliberate. Like searching for something. The vehicle appeared slowly. That's when I realized it wasn't a municipal snowplow. It was a regular pickup truck painted bright yellow with an improvised blade welded to the front. No city logos. No identification. Just an old rusty yellow truck. It stopped in front of my house. This time I could see inside the cab. The driver sat motionless, looking directly at my window. In his hands, military binoculars pointed precisely at me. My blood froze. That man wasn't clearing snow. He was watching me, studying me. For 3 nights, he'd come here and surveilled me through those binoculars while I slept, completely vulnerable. I stepped back, tripping over the couch. My hand hit the wall switch. The living room light blazed on. For a split second, we made direct eye contact. I saw his face, pale, thin, sunken eyes gleaming with something like hunger. He threw the binoculars down, floored it, and the truck sped away, wheels skidding violently. I called police immediately. Explained everything: 3 nights, fake snowplow, binoculars, surveillance. The officer was skeptical. Probably just a neighbor helping during the storm. When I mentioned the binoculars, he went silent, then said they'd send a patrol when roads allowed. No patrol came. Roads were impassable. I was alone, knowing someone knew exactly where I lived, knew I was alone, had watched me sleep 3 nights straight. Fourth night, I stayed awake, all lights on. 3 a.m. came and passed. No engine. No yellow truck. I started relaxing. Maybe he'd given up. Then at 3:15, something different. Not a truck engine. Footsteps in the snow. Around the house. Walking slowly, circling, testing windows. I froze, listening to those methodical footsteps. He wasn't just watching anymore. He was out there, in darkness, walking around my house. Testing every entrance. Looking for a way in. The footsteps stopped at the back door. The doorknob rattled. Then metal tools. He was trying to break the lock. I ran to the basement, grabbed an old shotgun the previous tenant left. Hands shaking, I loaded it, came back to the hallway and shouted, "I'm armed. I've called the police. Get away from my house." The sound stopped. Total silence. Then footsteps moving away. Moments later, the truck engine started in the distance and accelerated away. I spent the rest of the night in the living room, shotgun on my lap, all lights blazing, waiting for dawn. When sun rose and the blizzard eased, police arrived. They found deep boot marks all around the house. At the back door, clear tool marks where someone tried forcing the lock. In the entrance, snow, 3 cigarette butts carefully lined up. One for each night he'd watched me. Police filed a report, said they'd increase patrols. But they never found the man or yellow truck. No records of any private snowplow operating legally in that region during the storm. I moved 2 weeks later. Couldn't sleep there anymore. Couldn't look at the street without imagining that yellow truck, those binoculars, that pale face watching me in darkness. What haunts me most isn't the fear. It's his patience. 3 nights just watching, studying, planning, waiting. If I hadn't turned on that light, if he didn't know I'd seen him, what would have happened on the 4th night? The 5th? How many nights would he wait until he was sure he could enter without resistance? This happened last winter when I was 29, working as a tow truck driver in Montana. Lonely job, especially in winter, but it paid well. Most calls were simple. cars that wouldn't start in the cold, minor accidents on icy roads. It was Tuesday, January 23rd. About to end my shift at 11 p.m. when I got a call on the company radio. But the voice made me hesitate. A man, but strange, extremely hoarse, and whispered like a destroyed throat or speaking through pain. He said his car broke down on a forest road 25 minutes north. Said he was very cold, needed urgent help. I asked which road. Forest Road 47, one of many dirt roads cutting through dense forests. I vaguely knew it. Isolated. Used by loggers and hunters. Not where someone should be alone at 11 on a Tuesday winter night. But that was my job. And nighttime rates for remote tows were substantial. I accepted, wrote down his number, started the truck. Light snow fell as I drove north. The main highway was clear, but Forest Road 47 changed everything. Dirt road covered in 6 inches of snow. No sign anyone had passed through recently. That bothered me immediately. If he'd driven there and broke down, there should be tire tracks. But the road was completely untouched. I called the number. He answered first ring. Yeah. That hoarse whisper sounded even stranger through the phone. Sir, I'm on Forest Road 47, but I don't see your vehicle. More specific directions. Keep driving. I'm further in. Maybe 2 miles. You'll see my car. Sir, there are no tire tracks. You sure this is right? Long pause. Too long. Then, the snow covered them. Just keep driving. I'm freezing out here. Against my better judgment, I kept going. The truck moved slowly along the narrow road, dense trees on both sides. The further I drove, the narrower it became. Trees closed in, snow-covered branches creating a dark tunnel my headlights barely penetrated. 2 minutes became 5. 5 became 10. No broken-down car. I called again. Sir, I've been driving 10 minutes. Haven't seen anything. Where exactly are you? The whisper came back different. Almost excited. You're close now. Real close. I can see your lights. My heart jumped. I looked frantically around. Just trees, snow, absolute darkness beyond my headlights. Where? I don't see you. Keep looking. I hung up. My instinct screamed to get out. This was completely wrong. No car. No person. Just that horrible voice whispering he could see me when I couldn't see anything. I started reversing. The road was narrow. Took seconds to position correctly. That's when it happened. Bang. An explosive sound from the truck's rear. The vehicle shook violently, tilted. My rear right tire exploded. Not the cold or a nail. That sound was too specific. Someone shot my tire. Absolute panic. I hit the accelerator, but the truck just spun uselessly in snow. No traction. I was stuck. Through the rear view I saw it. A human figure emerging from the forest. Dark silhouette against snow, carrying a flashlight in one hand, something long in the other. Probably the weapon that destroyed my tire. The figure walked toward the truck. Slowly. Deliberately. No hurry. It knew I had nowhere to go. My phone rang. I looked at the screen. The customer. With trembling hands I answered. The voice whispered, satisfied. Why are you trying to leave? I still need help with my car. I hung up, threw the phone, and made my only decision. Abandon the truck and run. My only chance. I jumped out, sinking to my knees in deep snow. Cold cut my face instantly. I started running back toward where I'd come from. Behind me, the voice shouted something. I didn't stop. Deep snow made every step agonizing. My lungs burned. I stumbled constantly, falling, getting up, continuing. Behind me, pursuing footsteps. But I didn't look back. If I looked, maybe I'd stop. If I stopped, I'd be dead. I don't know how long I ran. 5 minutes or 30. Everything blurred, snow, darkness, terror, my desperate footsteps. Tree branches cut my face. Legs screamed. But I kept going. Then lights ahead. Car lights on the main highway. I gathered every remaining bit of energy and ran toward those lights like my life depended on it. Because it did. I burst onto the highway, frantically waving, screaming for help. A semi-truck saw me and braked, stopping 50 yards ahead. I ran to the cab. The driver opened the door, shocked at my condition, bleeding face, clothes soaked, wild eyes. Jesus Christ, what happened to you? Drive. Just drive. Please. Someone tried to kill me back there. He didn't need more. Door closed, truck accelerated. He drove me straight to the nearest police station. Next morning, police investigated Forest Road 47. They found my truck with the tire destroyed by a high-powered rifle shot. But they found something worse. Among the trees, strategically positioned steel cables hidden below the snow line. Connected to trees on both sides, creating a barrier that would have completely prevented my truck from reversing, even with working tires. A physical trap planned and built in advance. In the trees around that spot, old rope marks on bark, dark stains in snow that tests confirmed were human blood of at least 2 different types. Digging deeper, personal belongings, wallet, car keys, broken cell phone. Belongings of people never seen again. Police determined that location had been used before. Multiple times. The predator called tow companies, pretended to need help, lured drivers into the trap, and then, nobody knows. Bodies were never found. They tracked the phone number. Burner phone bought with cash 3 months earlier. No records. No leads. The man was never caught. I quit immediately. Couldn't drive alone at night. Couldn't answer unknown calls without that chill down my spine. To this day, when I hear a hoarse, whispered voice, my body freezes with instinctive fear. What haunts me isn't just what almost happened. It's thinking about how many other drivers received that same call, drove down that same dark road, and never came back. How many families still wait for someone who disappeared after accepting just one more call? And somewhere out there, that man's still around. Still with that horrible whispered voice. Still calling tow companies. Still patiently waiting for his next victim to drive straight into the trap he so carefully prepared in the depths of that snowy forest. What would you do if you heard that snowplow stopping outside your house every night at 3 a.m.? Or if you received that call asking for help in the middle of nowhere? Tell me in the comments. I really want to know how you'd handle these situations. And if these stories kept you up at night, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more terrifying true stories. Hit the bell so you never miss when I post something new. Trust me, you'll want to hear what happened to the next person I'm going to tell you about. Stay safe out there, especially during winter. You never know who might be watching.